When it comes to requirements for running for president of the United States, the U.S. Constitution doesn't really have a lot. You got to be 35 years old, you got to be a natural-born citizen, and you have to have lived in the United States for at least the last 7 years. Other than that, no holds barred, right? You can run for president. Doesn't matter if you're sitting in prison, doesn't matter if you've got criminal convictions against you, and a lot of people are curious as to why that is, and that leads me to another viewer question here from Angela Davis, YZ3XF, who asks, please break it down for me. How can a criminal run for president? Well, again, because the Constitution doesn't forbid it. Now, what's interesting is that all the political parties, no matter what you are, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, Green, they get to set their own rules for their nominees. So you can run as a Republican or a Democrat or a Libertarian or a Green or anything else if they let you. Okay, the Constitution just has those requirements. 7 years, 35 years old, natural born. But it's the political parties that can make their rules a little more strict. For example, the Republican Party could launch a new rule that says, hey, if you are a convicted felon, we are not going to let you run as a Republican. They have the ability, the authority to do that. So this is not necessarily a constitutional issue. It's more of the way the parties are set up. Because yeah, we could amend the Constitution and say that a convicted felon cannot run for president, but that's disenfranchising, millions of people. And that's not fair. I know we don't want Trump to be able to be president again, but it's not worth disenfranchising anyone just to keep him off the ticket. Because a lot of people that have felony convictions, obviously they served their time. They have gone on to lead full, meaningful, crime-free lives. We shouldn't exclude those people from running for president. And it would be difficult to amend the Constitution in such a way that says, listen, if you're a convicted felon and you're still serving your sentence, then you can't run. But if you've completed it, because that leaves too much gray area. So what should happen, rather than a constitutional amendment, which would be dang near impossible to pass anyway, is that the parties themselves should come up with their own rules and say, okay, we have no problem with a former felon, somebody that has served their time, that has paid their debt to society. We have no problem with you running. But if you haven't done that, if you're still in jail or if you're even awaiting sentencing, we are going to exclude you. I don't think that's unfair. I think that would be a very smart move by the political parties. Now, obviously, one of the political parties that we have right now is not going to do that because it's going to get rid of their candidate, but they ultimately have that kind of power, and it would be easier for them to change the rules than it would be for us to change the Constitution and disenfranchise millions of other people, which again, I don't feel like that is fair or a very good option. Hey everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are closing in on a pretty major milestone here at Fair and Balanced as we approach 500,000 subscribers. But we're not there yet, and we definitely need your support. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, like and comment on the videos and share them as widely as possible.